Okay, good. Uh, how you guys doing so far? We didn't meet for quite a long while. Okay, it's still not 11 yet. Anything you guys want to update me? So you finished all your coursework, all your coursework already, right? Ready for FA? Okay, they still haven't decided when to have your FA, whether week 14 or week 15. Now it's still week 12. Only until Wednesday, it will be week 13. So if it's week 14, then you still have one more week to prepare for all your FA. Okay. Um, Today, actually, I want to show you guys how to do the FA. Okay, it's not the revision of the specific question. It's just the procedure. Okay. Mm. So I have added this. We're going to do revision tomorrow. So if possible, prepare these two sets. Okay. Then if let's say tomorrow the response is good and you guys are responsive and you guys are all participating in the discussion, then I shall do more set with you guys, like 2018, okay, or 2016. So it depends on tomorrow's performance. Okay, so if you prepare earlier, then our discussion can cut short. I will focus on those questions which is more tricky. Okay, then we can discuss more setup. Okay. Um, Today I'm going to have two sessions because I have 300 students. So this team it only allow 250. So I shall see if let's say today participant is not that many. I mean this first session. So I will still go on for the second session, but then for the revision I won't have two classes. I'll just have one. Right? Since some not really interested. Even though I say that everybody must join because you need to know how to submit your FA. If you fail to submit FA, it's just like you fail your final. Yeah. So later during the instruction, when I give you the instruction, if let's say you are not too sure, okay, you can ask your question at the chat there. I might not see the real time. I'm not sure whether the line is good now. And you can actually turn on your mic and you can talk to me. Okay. Right. So we shall start in a while. It's still quite early since the student like to be late for a while. Okay. So how are you guys doing? So everybody okay so far? Any depression because of this MCO or any problem? We can talk a little bit about it. Oh, actually, this morning, I just not just me lah. Oh, we received an email from our dean saying that student complained, lecturers gone missing. Not me, Last week it was because you guys told me that you're very busy, so I let you guys go off for a week. I'm always here, and some of you write me email, I reply you. Okay. So if you want to complain the right thing. Okay, don't complain me regarding that I gone missing. Okay. Another thing is you guys did your survey. Right. So again, this is a management order. They ask they ask us to ask students to do student survey. Student survey. What survey? Not the survey regarding whether you have good internet or not. Okay, it's the student survey. It's the subject survey. So all of you must do. Even though it's MCO period, right? The upper management still want to see the percentage. Right? Like I always tell my students, I don't know what they want that. Okay. So you guys do your survey. Okay. And also this subject, right? This subject, I have a few tutor. Okay, so if let's say you're not happy with me and you want to complain, right? When you want to complain about me, you write my name there. Okay, so say Miss Yap. Alright. Else, you know what happened? My tutor, after at the end of the semester, when they see that the students just say the tutor, right? All like pushing to each other and saying that it's not them. Okay, so if you want to say specific person, go ahead, no worry. But we all try our best to help you. Don't complain too much, okay? Alright, so but somehow I found that this group is quite good. Okay, and another thing is that I already put your 50% of your coursework mark there. Okay, so this 50% of the coursework mark will determine whether you should go for your FA or not. So if your coursework mark is below 20 out of 50, the one that I give you was 50. Okay, so if it's below 20, then my advice is that you drop your this subject officially. Right, you have to withdraw it officially so that you won't get an F grade. Instead, you will get a W. So W will not affect your CGPA. Understand that, right? So most of the students who get below 20 was because they miss lab assessment. I don't know why they miss, but one person actually told me that he forgotten. All right, but I rewrote it clearly. If you forget, right, then I'm not going to do replacement here. Okay. And another thing is towards the end of the semester already, I don't have time to set another set. It's not fair if I give this person the same set because you all have the question and you all know your marks already. And a lot of you score very well, very good. Okay, so those who score 60, 50 and above, I hope that it's really your own effort. Okay, because that will determine in the final assessment as well. So because final assessment is an open book, so a lot of question, it actually depends on your own opinion. So you won't be able to copy from each other. Okay, that's how we set our final assessment. Of course, like those SQL statement, that's why for the SQL statement question, right, I only asked 3 questions, but it's quite complicated. Alright, complicated is not difficult, it's just complicated. So you be careful, then you will be able to get full marks for that. And things that I test you already tested in a midterm in a lab assessment. Okay, so you should be able to do it. The SQL statement. So SQL question, I will expect everybody get 25 over 25. So you practice a lot, then you will be fine. Okay, so as for okay, this final, we only have 4 questions. So I shall start with this. Okay. Okay. So this is instruction that. These are the instruction. Okay, and some of this I wrote it in a detail in detailed manner in this document. During the final, you'll be able to get instruction also, but those instructions are short and brief. Okay, so you don't really need to spend time to read those instructions then, because all detail is over here. Okay, so I try to elaborate some of the instruction to make it clear so that you won't make the mistake. Okay, so shall we start? Yeah. So anytime you get confused with the instruction, let me know. So after this instruction, right, I will need you to submit a document, just like how you, just like what you're going to do for your uh, final assessment, just a practice. Okay, so if you guys have no problem with this practice, then you are ready for your FA. Okay, so I'll leave the question first. So and for this question, last time I promised you, okay, sorry, I promised you that I'm going to give you some extra credit, right? But because some students, they actually complain to Dr. Rehan and say that it's not fair to them because their marks now is way under 20, and they wish that this extra credit will help them to pass the 20 over 50 marks. but I actually never say that how many marks that I'm going to give for this FA. And those who get only 16 or like 15, right? Don't expect that you will use this extra credit to pass, because at most I'll just give you 1 or 2%, because I'm not going to check whether your answer is correct or not. The this exercise, right, is just to make sure that when you do your FA, you will be able to submit without any problem. Okay, so I won't give too much of credit there. So Dr. Rehan mentioned to me that I shouldn't give too much of credit for this, else I'll get complaint. Okay, so I'll just give a little bit of percentage for the practice. Yeah. Right now, let's get started with some general instruction. Then after that, I'll tell you before FA what you need to prepare. Okay, and what you're supposed to have in your answer script, and for late submission what will happen. Okay, and the content which is in your answer script, and at last we'll talk about the plagiarism. Yeah, meaning that during final, right, so it's not ABCD anymore, so it's easily to catch you if let's say you copy from somewhere. Okay, like if you search your answer on Google, then try to understand it before you write your answer. Don't copy and paste, because that's considered plagiarism. Okay, another thing, um yeah, I forget already, so I'll get back to you when I remember. Okay, so we get started. So this FA for my subject is 50%. Okay, one thing, this is only for my subject. So faculty level, right? Faculty level actually leave it to each of the individual lecturer to take care of their own way to conduct the FA. That's the problem. Okay, because everybody will have their own pattern. Okay, so you guys have to be careful with that. I actually follow exactly what Dr. Liu proposed. I'm not sure about others. Okay, but even though Dr. Liu he gave us a set of instruction to follow, but he actually leave it to us to add in whatever things that we wish. Okay, so I will just tell you something that I add in. Okay, so that you'll be aware of those from other lecturer. Okay, so this assessment is 50% of the total coursework mark. So 50% coursework mark I already give it to you. Now it's another 50, which is the final. Okay, so you're going to download your question from WBLE, just like how you download your question from for the lab assessment. But this round, I'm not going to break you into groups, because I think WBLE team, the SODEMC team, they will be more prepared for this, and they will be able to handle like 300 students download at the same time. Okay, so but the same thing here, the question will be just there for 30 minutes. Okay, the reason being is if let's say you download it after 30 minutes, you won't be able to finish the assessment. Oh, okay, this is the point that I want to tell you. Okay, even though it's open book, don't don't be like you wait until the assessment time only you flip your notes. You really need to make sure that you understand everything before you go for your FA. The way we set our FA, right, is not for you to take your sweet time and flip through your books to find the answer. Okay, a lot of question. If you want to waste time to open the book and flip through and find the answer, right, you won't be able to finish the rest. Yeah, so make sure that you really understand this. Open book is just like, for example, you forget some of the syntax, right? You can actually quickly flip and get that syntax. Okay, so this is what we mean by open book. Because the exam only have it will be just 2 hours. Then it will be 1 hour for you to submit. So this one you have tested it in. I have one exercise with you when you do your lab assessment. During the lab assessment, right? still a lot of students who didn't manage to submit on time, even though I give you 60 minutes to upload. Okay, so I will foresee that it's not the internet problem. It's because you used more than 1 hour to finish your lab assessment. So same thing here. The test is 2 hours, and the way we set our test right is really that you will need to use 2 hours to finish. So if let's say you flip books, then of course 2 hours is not enough for you to finish all the questions. Then you will use up this 1 hour to do your final assessment, and you will be late when you need to submit. Yeah, because you need to prepare your answer. Like for example, make sure that the image is inserted into the answer, and if you not using Word document, then you need to convert it to Word document or PDF. All these are the things that you need to do. Okay, for that 1 hour. Okay, so let's get back here. There's you don't have question to choose from. So 4 questions you must answer 4. Okay, each question 25 marks. Okay, even though you can use web to help you, but like I say, using all this, right, you need to read and you need to formulate your own thinking, your own opinion, right? It will take time. You won't be able to finish this 4 questions within the 2 hours if you actually rely on this. Okay, so don't rely on the open book and web. The question I set, right, is not difficult. It's just that I need your opinion. So your opinion count. Okay, I don't want the internet opinion really. Yeah. So and we will trust you for not communicating with your friend. Okay, during the 2 hours assessment, I will be there at the team, the tier up team. So any question you can ask, but like I say, question about instruction, I will I will not answer, because supposedly before the FA, you should ask everything about the instruction. Okay, during that 2 hours, I will only answer the question if let's say you found that the question is ambiguous, or you found my mistake in my question, right? Then you can ask. So I will clarify from there. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. So of course, any cheating case, it will result in 0, and exam department will come in to take the action. Okay. So how we find out that you are cheating is if let's say a group of you or maybe individual of you, you actually copy from the same website exactly the same answer which is wrong, then we will be able to detect that. Okay, or exactly the same phrase, because you see, if you see this is what happened, we will actually submit your answer to Turnitin for the similarity check. Okay, so of course only those texts can be sent in. Diagram, I'm the one who marked the ERD, so I'll remember. Okay, so if you copy from each other, sure I'll be able to detect that. Okay, now continue. So this assessment will last for 2 hours, like I told you, and you need to upload to 2 places. One is so this morning only Dr. Lee say we might not allow to use the Google form. I'll let you guys know later. Okay, because for the past 2 weeks, right, we have been having meeting, and they keep saying that Google form is the best. Okay, so they encourage us, but this morning after their dean meeting, then they say Google form might not be the choice. Okay, but the exercise later, I will ask you to submit to Google form. Yeah, but because submit to the BBLA, all of you know how to do it already, so not a problem. Okay, so we can have the third method, which you send email to me, but it will be a trouble. I mean, it will be a problem to me because there will be like 300 email that I have to click and download each of your answer. Yeah. All right. So we will talk about this later. Okay. So for this exercise that I'm going to use, because I prepared this last week, so I will still continue with using the Google form. Okay. One of the reasons they say shouldn't use the Google form is because most of the students forget their Utah email password. I think when you forget your password, you can easily retrieve it, right? Reset your password, right? It shouldn't be a problem. So I don't think it's a problem. Okay. So Google Form is one way. You're going to submit to two sources, right? You're going to submit to two sources because in this 1 hour, so that's why you need to make sure that you didn't exceed your 2 hours time to answer the question, because time management is very important here. Okay, so you need to be able to submit these two. I'll give you a similar form. So during the FA time, you will see the same interface, same way of submit form. You won't get panic. Okay, then let's continue with that. So you're required to answer all questions and submit by a certain timer. This phrase will be written on your question paper. You need to double check this before after you receive your paper. Yeah. Mm. So during this period of 3 hours of FA, I will be there. So this will be the code. Join earlier, okay, but don't write anything in there. The comment, the general comment chat room, right? Don't write anything there. This one we reserve it for FA. Okay? Okay. So join earlier. Earlier. Um I yeah, I also wonder, I have is it I have so many students, right? So those are, let's say I have 300 of you, right? But more than 300. So team, I think only support up to 250. So let's say those who didn't manage to join, right? You can use email to communicate with me. Okay. And another thing, whatever things that, let's say I made a mistake, somebody asked in the team, okay, then what I will do is I will reply on the team there, so those who are on team they can see, and I will also post the amendment on WBLE at the same time. Okay, just like how I do in the lab test. Okay, I noticed some of you're using your phone data to access. Um, just how just try to make sure that you check WBLE like every 30 minutes. Is it possible? Is it possible for you to do that? Because I mean, you only be able to support up to 250. Okay. If I open two team chat, right? I don't know how to handle that. Okay. So try to keep up with the amendment. Normally, if let's say the mistake is really huge, I will accept my mistake and I'll give free marks to everybody. Just like that day, there was one question, right? Okay, I made a mistake, so everybody get free marks. Yeah. So I'll try my best to read again my question to make sure there's no problem. Okay. Or if let's say you will not be able to get in the team, right? Then you send me email. I will check my email as well during that 3 hours. Okay. So if um okay, so that is item number 6. So item number 7, copy and okay, this copy and paste everything is not, so this message you will see in the question paper. Okay, this is to make sure that you don't do copy paste. Okay, this is a penalty. So just to make it short, if suspected of cheating, then 0 and that lah. So if didn't attend, then you get an F. If forget and overslept, that's also didn't attend, then also an F grade. So you submit the wrong file, then refer, or you want to do a late submission, then we will refer to the late submission section later. Okay, then this submission to wrong group. Okay, so on WBLE and Google Form, right, I created different group for different submission. Like Google Form, if you're CS, then you submit to CS. On WBLE, if you're CS, then you submit to the link which click CS. So during the last lab assessment, I still have students submit to the wrong practical group. Okay, please don't do this kind of mistake that will cost you the marks. Okay, how I minus the 10 marks? 4 questions, right? Then each question I'll minus 2.5 marks. Just because of this error. Same thing with the late submission. Somebody want to say something? Somebody want to say something because your mind is really noisy. Okay, then later you need to name your file name with your index number. Okay, so if let's say your index number is something that we cannot find in the file, then totally 0 marks. This is the wrong file name because you have a way to name your file. This is how you name it. If let's say you still like to use your own way, or you like to listen to your friend way, then you ask your friend to give you your marks and you give yourself your marks, right? So the reason we want to do this is because it's easy for us to do sorting. If you don't want to follow, right, then we have the rights to minus your mark. Okay, Google Form you cannot resubmit. That's the thing. And for WBLE, one thing is that after you resubmit, right, it will take some delay to update the latest copy. I'm worried that you guys will be like panicking when you see that the second one that you uploaded, right? How come the changes is not there? You guys having this problem before? That after you upload again, right? You found that the file is still showing the previous image. Did you guys having this delay? Experienced this delay before? No. So you can see your changes, right? I mean, uh, okay, then good. So if that's the case, right, then you guys can resubmit because what I do is I will allow resubmit before the deadline. Okay, so if that's the case, no problem. But Google Form cannot. Google Form will only have one word. It only allowed one submission. Okay, then you see there's another point here by Dr. Liu. He say that here later I'll show you about the resubmit later. Okay, so these are something wrong file format because we only accept PDF and Word document. So if you submit wrong format, right, marks will be minus. This is because we need to submit your answer to Turnitin. So Turnitin will only accept this file format, I guess. That's what they say. I'm not sure. Here, so before the FA, right? Okay, so you need to prepare your answer script. Prepare this earlier. Don't use the 1 hour. Don't use this 1 hour to prepare. Okay, so you need to prepare everything. Okay, when you get just like during the exam, when you go to the physical exam hall, right? They prepare you with the booklet. Okay, so this time you have to prepare your own booklet. That's all. Okay, and you need to fill in all your detail first. All right, don't use the 2 hours and 1 hour to do all this. Don't waste time. Okay, so you prepare your answer script. Okay, the answer script need cover page, okay, and also need the second page for you to declare who you are. Okay, let me open the file. Okay, so this is the answer script. Okay, I added one thing which is the header here. You need to put in your index number at the header here. Put your index number here. No need, you can take away the block bracket. Okay, just the index number. Okay, Then what you need to do is you take this away, because in the instruction of the question paper, right, it will ask you to refer to appendix 1. So that's why appendix 1 is here. So when you prepare your own answer script, right, take this away. Okay, right. So the same thing, I already changed all this for you. Okay, you just leave it and program here. You change. If you're IB, then you put IB here. If you're IA, you put IA. No need to spell the whole thing. So if CS, then put CS and so on. So this will be your index number that you get from the exam. So everybody got it? You all got? No need to be uppercase. Doesn't matter. Okay, so everybody got your index number. Okay, so exam index number will go here. Okay, then your name and your ID. Then this one you leave it for me to put in. Okay, then this also, because if it's a late submission, then I will put here and the mark will be deducted. Okay, so the second page, you need to take this away as well. You need to put your name here, your ID, then you put your program, you need to sign. So everybody know how to do digital signature? If you don't know, then go and find out. Right? Go and find out or use your mouse to sign. Okay? Yeah, you can put a picture. Yes, you put a picture, then you drag to here. Okay, so the picture, make sure that is transparent now. Then you can drag to the signature here. Okay, so all this you have 2 weeks to prepare. Do it first. Okay, then you put your IC number. If let's say you're an international student, then you put your passport number here. So exam index number, then you put in the date. Okay, and I mean, when I say picture, it's not your picture, it's your signature picture. Okay, right? Or if you know how to use mouse to sign, then you use the mouse to sign here. Okay, normally what I do is I already have a digital signature, so I just paste it here. So format of the date, you just put date like let's say 2004. All these are typed in. Type the signature. Okay, so then your question will start on the next page. Okay, so since you already have your header as with your index number, so each of the page you should have that. So far so good. Yeah. Alright, so each question you start on a new page. Right, each question you start on a I mean, if ABC, then you don't need to start A in one page, B in another page. Okay, it's just each question, like question 1, the new page, question 2, a new page, just like your final. Okay. Okay, then I don't have time to go to that link later. Okay, so this will be this thing that you need to prepare earlier. Yeah, I'll give you this file as well. Okay, that is this file name. Okay, then to rename the file, you refer to number 4 later. So your answer for each question will start on page 3. This now I show you already. Okay, my exam, I have ERD and normalization. So these 2 questions require drawing. Okay, so you need to prepare A4 paper. Okay, just now that file is a soft copy. But for this drawing, you need to prepare. I mean, some of you use your iPad, then you don't have to do this. Okay, but make sure that you write your index number at the top left corner. Okay, so you prepare your A4 paper in advance so that when it's a ERD question needed you to draw, then you draw on that paper, then you capture the picture and you attach to the answer file. Let's say question 4 is question 4. So question 4 is ERD. Then you just attach your picture here. Okay. Same with normalization. Normalization, I will ask you to draw a dependency diagram. So make sure that you draw and remember the paper, I need your index number on the white paper. Okay? Remember this one, our minus mark. If I don't see the drawing with your index number at the top corner. Okay, clear. Okay. Test pad. Wow. You guys, what is a full scrub? Okay, later. You guys are so advanced that I only thought of using a white paper, A4 paper to draw. Okay, wait. Okay. Just now I say already each of the page, right, already have the header here, so it's already there. It's just that when you draw on the white paper, I want your index number there as well. Yeah. Okay. So okay, the university only say these two format. Okay, Microsoft Word or PDF. So make sure that you only provide these two format. Okay, and the file. So 5 or 10. We will see the BBLE can support whichever, but I don't think the file will be more than 5 MB. Okay. Okay. So then you get your index number. So this is how you rename your file. Rename it earlier so that on the spot you won't be like getting panic. Okay. So you can submit by doc or you can submit by PDF. Okay, but if let's say some of you last time, remember you said that you want to capture a clearer picture and you don't want to use a JPEG, you want to use other format. So if you use other format, then you need to convert it to PDF, right? In case those format I can't see here, right? When you attach to your document file, yeah. So if you convert it to PDF, then whatever image I can see, okay, it's a PDF. Okay, now, so this is how you name it. First with the code with an underscore, FA underscore your program, okay, then followed by your index number. Everybody follow this. I think the whole faculty will use this format. Okay, don't do your own format. Just like what you do for your lab assessment. Alright, everybody have your, just follow the format because this, right, at the end we might need to compile and send it to the exam department. I'm not sure, so everybody follow this format. Okay, so later I'll give you the Google Form link. That is how you submit your answer for FA. Okay, and it says here you must use your UTA email, else you will not be able to open the form. Okay, yeah, one thing, when this doc, right, if let's say you save it as a Word document now, you don't need to type doc, because if you type doc, right, then you will get this. Okay, because this is a file extension, automatically it will put in, so you don't need to type doc. Thanks for reminding me that. Okay, so it's supposed to be, this is the extension, you don't need to type this. Okay, that is the file name which is needed. So for answer submission, you need to submit to two platforms. One is to reserve as a backup. Okay, here. I have prepared these two platforms. So one is a Google Form right now. I still have to wait and see whether they want to ban Google Form or not. Okay, just now I told you already, the reason they say Google Form cannot is because Google Form cannot is because some students forget their UTA email, but UTA email can be reset, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Why why can't you submit through your UTA email? Everybody UTA email should be working, right? Yeah. So if you worried, right, then later when I asked you to submit the preparation for FA, this extra credit thing, right, you will need to use your UTA email to submit to Google Form. Okay, so after you try, cannot, then we will see what happened. All right, we will find out. That's why we need to have a test run. Okay, this one is what it says. It says, please make sure you submit the same copy of answer. Just now somebody was asking me whether you can upload again. Google Form doesn't allow, but WBLE allow. Okay, so if let's say you resubmit again to WBLE, that will end up with two different copy of answer script on the two different platform. That's the concern here. Okay, so try to make sure that your answer is correct, then only you submit. Okay, or what I can do is I can keep Google Form as the secondary and WBLE as the main, meaning that I will mark the answer from WBLE. Okay, then for the Google Form, that one is like a standby lor. In case the file on WBLE corrupted, then I'll get the file from Google. Okay, because WBLE allow resubmit. I do that, I'll keep WBLE answer as primary. Okay, so if let's say on WBLE file corrupted, then only I will check the files from Google Form submission. So in that case, you can resubmit your answer to again. If let's say you finish earlier, you finish 30 minutes earlier, you want to submit first for safety purposes, right? Then you submit first. Yeah, don't wait until last minute, because last minute everybody submit, right? Then I'm not sure how the WBLE work, whether they are reliable or not. Okay. Because it says that the examiner can randomly choose. So what I will do is I'll make WBLE as primary. Yes, you need to submit to both platform. One serve as a backup. Okay. Else, okay. For the late, can I move on to late submission? Okay. Right. So for late submission, you don't send it to my email. I won't accept. And you don't send, you have no way to do it through the form and do it through WBLE, because the portal closed. Okay, the form will be offline. Okay, and WBLE will be closed. So you need to send to this email. Okay, so this is the new email that I've created for you to submit your late submission. Okay, this late submission is not for you to submit the second version of your answer, because when you submit to this email, right, then I will not see your answer from WBLE or Google Form, because when you admit that you do a late submission, this will apply. Okay, so if let's say portal closed already, straight away 10 marks will be deducted. Okay, so technical problem and all this problem we really won't take care anymore, because you were given 1 hour. You will somebody, you just turn on your mic and you scare me. Okay.
What's it?
Yes. Who want to say something? Anyone? All right. So once the portal close, that you cannot submit anymore, then the only way for you to submit your final assessment is to this email. Okay, so that's considered late already. 0 hour to this 0.5 hour, 10 marks will be deducted. So I keep track of the time that I received the email. Yeah. So if that say is more than 0.5 hours delay, then 20 marks will be deducted. Okay. If let's say more than 1 hour delay, then 100 marks is gone. Somebody turn on somebody's mic and I don't know what happened there. Okay. So those are the mark deduction for uh, late submission. So if let's say you already submitted to WBLE, okay, and then you found that you have added something, right, that you want to submit again, but the portal closed already, right? Then if you don't want to have this 10 marks deduction, then you don't submit to this email. This email only for those who didn't manage to submit to the portal and Google form. So since I make WBLE the primary, then you should submit to WBLE first. If let's say you do things until last minute, right, then you submit to WBLE first. Because like I say, Google form answer is just for me to see as a backup. I'll mark WBLE first. Okay. And the content in the answer script. So the first page already in appendix 1. The second page you need to declare by signing. Okay. So each page start on a new each question start on a new page, and make sure that each question doesn't more than two pages. My question is quite short, right? You don't need more than 2 pages to answer that. Yeah, even ERD only 1 page. Okay, so another page for extra question. That's all. Okay, and if let's say you really need to use until the third page, right? Also not a problem. Don't worry about that. I just say that try to limit it to 2 pages. Okay. So in the answer script, so all text must type in Time New Roman. This is a faculty level instruction. So follow. Okay, this is not mine, but Dr. Liu give us this. So you follow with this. Okay. So the size must be 12, right? Not less than 12. Okay. Then for drawing kind of question, you must draw on a blank paper. Just now I show you, right? Okay. Just now I show you that you draw on a blank paper, then make sure that you put your index number on the blank paper when you capture the picture together. Okay. And you include the page number. Okay, of course, we won't minus mark if you don't do that. But if you include the page number, then we will be able to help see the sorting. Right? Just make sure that you label your question correctly. Right? Just like how you do on your physical final exam. Spacing, then you just give me enough spacing. I mean, you don't put everything together. Spacing this one, you should be able to do, like, for example, spacing like this is easy for me to read. One more thing about the SQL question. Where's my ERD? Okay, I should add one thing here. Okay, wait. Okay, here. I should add one thing here. Okay. My SQL question start. So this one is very important. Yeah. Even though, let's say on the A question, I didn't write this, but these rules apply. Start each clause in a new line. Okay, for the picture, what picture you mean? Like the ERD picture? You include your picture? No need. But if you want to put your picture there, I won't minus mark. Not really, not really. I don't need that. I'm not sure about other lecturer. Okay, I trusted you are the person who do the question, because after all, this is your grade, right? Why you want other people to do it for you? Okay, of course, I see on those Facebook Utah group, right? They say things like they will ask other people to do the final for them. But the thing is that, will you be proud of your grade after that? Okay, and moreover, you come here to learn. You want this knowledge, and why you would ask other people to do it for you? Okay, so I really I leave it to you. I really trust you for doing this yourself. Okay, if you want to cheat on this, then it will be just one record in your file that one of your final you ask other people to do it for you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this that one is really up to you. Okay. So after the last part is the plagiarism mark. Okay. So what we will do is if we suspect that some answer are quite similar, we will send it to Turnitin to check to cross check. So this one, at first I was like so stressed, but then Dr. Liu said the FGO can help us to do that. Then okay lah. But my question is quite short, in not like those other subject which you need to write a very long paragraph to answer that. Okay, so I don't think you guys can copy from each other for that. Okay, so I try your best to do it on your own. Okay, just to show that you understand this subject. Can anything about the instruction that you want to add? Okay. Supposedly, I'll say that all of you should be able to pass if you show your understanding. Okay. In yeah, of course you can use SQL Plus to help you, but writing SQL statement, right? The table are not created for you. Okay, so if you want to use SQL Plus, I think 2 hours is not enough. If I give you whole day, then maybe you can create the table, then you test your queries, right? But with that 2 hours, you will not be able to create the tables, then insert all the records, then test your SQL statement. Just practice a lot, then you should be fine for that. Anything else? Okay, so if no, right, then this is what I'm going to do. I give you this exercise just for you to learn how to prepare your answer script and submit to a Google form. Okay, so once submitting, then I will keep a records for that. So like for example, this question need you to draw. So you just take a picture, take a paper, put your index number at the corner there, then you draw, then you paste your answer in your answer file, then you submit. Okay, just do one practice and do it fast. Okay, so that during the 1 hour preparation, you can actually make use of that 60 minutes. Okay. And I'll give you this as well. This is the file for you to prepare your answer. No. The answer you do it in the soft copy, right? Why you need the blank A4 paper? Only the drawing. Only the drawing. So the drawing, you don't need line, right? When you draw ERD, you don't need line, right? So I think A4 white paper will do. If you need the line to guide you, go ahead. But when you draw ERD, I think line not needed, right? Okay. So okay, now I will go to my I go to my WBLE here. Okay. Okay, so I already prepare all the link here, is it? But These are for submission lah. So you guys should be able to see that, right? Can you can see? You see on my WBLE wall? No need. It's just a simple picture. No need to transfer to Google Drive, then put it in the Word document. That's a lot of work. Just do something which is fastest, the better. Okay, because if you can finish all these steps, right, in half hour, right, then you have extra half hour for you to answer your question. Yes, I will upload this instruction to WBLE. Okay, later I will read back so everybody can see this. So later I'll turn this on, then this is how you submit. You click on the link to submit. Okay, and one thing, if you're IB, then you submit to IB link here. If you CN, then you submit to CN link here. Okay, this is lab assessment is over already. Okay, here, this is the mock practice for submission. Okay, I'll turn it on so all of you should be able to see. Okay, I write a brief instruction here. So what you need to do is you prepare your answer script cover page that I will give you this file. Okay, here, it's over here. Okay, you download this one, then you rename the file, refer to number 5 here. This is how you rename the file, just for practice. Okay, then you start your answer on page number 3. So for ERD or normalization question, you draw, then put your index number on top corner. Okay, so the answer script. So these are some brief instruction. So for drawing, follow. Okay, then submit to this link. Okay or not? Do it by this time and try to time yourself. See how fast you can do it. Right, like time yourself for drawing, taking the picture, and attach it to your document file. Okay, then compile the whole document file and submit to Google Form. Tell me how long do you need. So at the bottom of the answer, right, tell me that from the beginning when you see the question, after you have all your answer and ready to upload to whenever, you just time it and tell me that whether you can do it within 30 minutes or not. The Word document, you don't have to change anything except you need to take away the appendix. Right? The reason I leave it there is because in the instruction, it talk about appendix. Okay, so that's why I leave the appendix word there. Sorry, I keep flipping. Okay, so the only thing you need to do is take away the appendix. Then you fill in the blank. Here, leave it. Okay, leave it. Because this file, you will use it for your final as well. Just to make sure that you prepare earlier, I need you to do this exercise. Okay, fine. If you don't have A4, go ahead and use the paper with the line. I'm fine. No need to go out there to buy. Okay, so you need to fill in all this, just a practice. Okay, and put your digital signature here. So once you have this here, right, then during the real assessment, you don't need to do this. Okay, then you just need to change the answer. Okay or not? Can you do this exercise? Where's this one? Okay. I closed my WBLE. It's here. Okay. So these are the things to do. Anything? Can or not? This is the submission date. But after this time, right, I will turn off the Google Form just to let you know that after this time, right, when you log on to a Google Form, you will see nothing. So during the FA, you will see that as well. You will get these two. This is the preparation for FA, which is my, okay. Right now, they are still linking to nothing, because I need to go through this instruction with you first before I can upload to you. Okay, so I will upload it to this link. Then this one is the answer file. Then I will put the question up there as well. So altogether, 3 documents that you need to download. Okay, wait, I'm still reading. Okay. I wrote it here. Tools are not allowed for ERD. Yeah, I said that last time. Tools are not allowed for ERD and also for, can you draw your normalization? Right, tools are not allowed. And what else? Number 3. Okay, any other question? I missed quite a lot of message on top. So if let's say I didn't answer your message, right, can you copy and paste it again at the bottom? So I don't have to scroll up until where I also don't know. Okay, so later I'll create one more link here, which is for, this is for question, and I'll add in one more instruction here. So 3 files altogether, but that instruction is for FA. The instruction for you to submit will be here. Okay, for this preparation. Can because more or less the same. It's just that this one I simplified it. Anything else? Any other question? I'm still reading the message. The previous message cannot be seen. Okay. Okay. I can't see the previous message. The last I can see is do it now. PDF is question paper, and document is our own answer. Huh? What do you mean by PDF is the question paper? The question paper that I give you will be in PDF. Okay, then your answer, you can actually use PDF or document to submit. Get it? Yehan, right? Okay. So of course there will be another link here for you to download your question paper, but I won't put it up there 5 minutes before. So be there 5 minutes before. Once I put it up there, you can download it already. Okay, so just take as much as your time to do your question. Hey, really, you guys you need to be aware of the time. Okay, for this FA, right, it's not like the lab assessment that you are late, you submit to my email, I still accept. Okay, for this FA, late is late, mark will be deducted. Okay, for the lab assessment, those late I didn't minus mark. I only minus mark for the wrong file name, and I only minus 2 marks. I didn't minus more. Okay, any other question on this, my final? My final only need drawing for 2 items, which is a dependency diagram and ERD. Okay, so that 2 drawing I already tell you how to do it. So you guys know how to transfer the picture from new task here. Everybody know how to do this, right? WPS Word, if I can open, I'm not sure whether I can open or not. Suan Kai, right? I'm not sure whether I can open the WPS Word. You can try this time. You can try this time by using that WPS Word to to do your answer and submit, I try to open your file and see. It's the same, okay? Okay, so everybody know how to transfer the image from the cell phone to laptop or from whatever input devices, image input devices to your document. Okay, and this is another thing. Make sure you all can use your UTA email. This one is just to prepare you to make sure that you can do Google Form. The practice after this session, right? I will put the question up there already. You can do already. Did I put the time? Yeah, I did. I did put the time. Tuesday 11 a.m. right? Okay. Anything else? Any other question? No more. I don't see any more question. Shall we stop here then? Okay, so like for example, some of you, right? Some of you, you have those friends who seldom log on to some of you, you don't. I don't think so. Wait, some of you, you have friends who seldom log on to WBLE. Try to communicate with them and tell them that we have this practice. Because during the real FA, if let's say they cannot do, I won't do anything. Right? Like I say, this is the preparation for FA. That's why I put it here. You must at least attend one session to get this. And this is a mock practice. Okay, don't bother whether I'll give you a credit or not, because this is really for your own good. You prepare first so that during the FA you won't get panic. Okay, so somebody is asking me whether we will have the physical exam if the MCO. No. Hey, you know that how dangerous is this virus? Even though the MCO is no longer enforced, right? We will still have to keep a distance. Even next semester, we're going to have the online lecturing. We're not going to have the physical class. Okay, later we don't have class anymore. We finish all the classes. Right now, we only have revision. So the 3 p.m. that one is for the same discussion, because like I say, I have 300 students, and even though now only I have 167 students, but who knows that some cannot wake up in the morning and they want to attend the second session. Okay, so I will do this FA instruction discussion again at 3 p.m. Okay, if let's say you don't understand what I say just now, or you're still sleeping and you want to attend the 3 p.m., then attend again. Right? It's not the lecture. It's just the same session. I repeat one more time. Okay. So we need to. Okay. So for submitting to WBLE, you guys know how to do it already. So this test, right? This mock test, right? This we test through Google Form. Right? We try the Google Form. Okay. So any more question? Okay, now, like for example, some students like saying that they do make this possible option for students, like saying that, let's say your hostel internet is too slow, until you really get frustrated when download and upload. After the MCO period, they were thinking that maybe they can open up some classroom or some lab for those students who really need help to physically go to the UTA to do the test. No, you don't have to perform the Turnitin check. That one is for us to check whether you cheat or not. Right? The Turnitin is for us to check whether your answer, how similar is your answer. Anything else? So you guys happy with your coursework mark? See, some of you, your coursework mark is very high, huh? Alright, so I'll foresee I'll have a lot of A's this time. With the FA, should be okay lah. If let's say you don't wait until the time, right, you don't wait until the time to flip your notes, then you should be able to score. Because most of my question flipping notes doesn't help. Alright, you guys did very good in your lab assessment, but I still have some who are very, very weak. Okay, any more things that you want to ask me? For this FA or for what will be the direction next? I'll let you know things that I know. Okay, I'll return it to, you can see, right? So later after I upload the other two files, then you can start working on it. Okay, the Google form is already available. Once you're done, then you just make sure that you have all those drawing and be able to put in the answer file and upload to that, then it's done. Okay, as I say, I will not grade this practice. This practice is just to make sure that you know how to submit a correct answer file and rename it. Where is it? Here. Rename your file. Later this UCCA underscore FA, right? You have to rename with this name. Okay, the FA, right? Last time they arranged to, we will still have two sessions, 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So 9 o'clock will end at 12, 2 o'clock will end at 5. So when you say the connection is not stable, is what time? This one, then if you know that it's not stable, then try to manage your time and submit earlier. So if let's say my paper is 2 o'clock, those unstable internet. So let's say my paper is 2 o'clock and submission is 5 o'clock, right? So supposedly you should finish everything by 4:30. So you have to try to upload already. If let's say it still cannot, then you have to write me email. I mean, email should be able to, right? And see if you can attach to email and submit to me. I will accept that, but you have to let me know earlier. For those who might encounter unstable internet connection, you have to let me know earlier. Earlier is not meaning that the day of the FA, because you should know your internet connection by now. Okay, you have to let me know earlier, meaning that these few days, right, 1 week before the FA. Let me know that, then I'll keep you in mind. I mean, like for example, if let's say you're really late, I will consider not to minus your marks for the first 30 minutes. But you have to let me know earlier. And be honest. Don't be like everybody send me email, then everybody have extra 30 minutes. Okay? Some more? Anything else? So, I don't have anything else to tell you. So if no, then shall we stop here? Then you start prepare your answer file when you're free, because you have time until, this is when the Google form will be off. Okay, you have time until then to do it. Okay? Alright, so if everybody okay, then bye. And okay, do your survey. Okay. All right, I'll end here.